All right.
What's up?
Not much. I came out here to, I'm in Athens, Tennessee, and came out here to the cemetery.
Okay.
I thought maybe
Nice.
you'd like to do a live because, it's Halloween and all.
Well, I know
So,
I'm home ill under the weather today, so why not, right?
exactly. I had allergies from where yesterday because we had a front come through here and it was awful. So,
Wow.
today, I don't actually sound as bad. Look what I found. It's a white
Oh.
bronze.
Oh, nice.
Look at this.
That's beautiful.
I came
Eh,
out thinking I would
Okay.
huh?
No, I'm looking at it. Yeah.
Oh,
That's
yeah.
beautiful.
And they
Do you mind
have
do you mind if I share this on mine? Don't
no,
think
I
people
don't mind at all. By
I'll
all
share it.
means, I'm just going to wander around for a while. So if you don't mind being on live for a little bit,
No, 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 no.
nobody's joined my live. I got detoured by the wackadoodle that pulled up in here and stood and stared at me for a few minutes. Uh-oh, you went away. Come back. Where'd he go? Request to join again.
I'm back.
There you go. Okay. I don't know what it's doing.
When I shared it, it kind of booted me out, but then I went back to your link and I'm back in now. So
Is it shared on your channel then?
yeah, I shared it on my community tab. Yeah.
Okay.
So
So I had to come for continuing ed, and there's a haunted campus here in this little bitty town.
oh, nice.
But the campus is little bitty, and I was like, yeah, that's not going to work. So I found the the biggest cemetery in town,
Wow. Where's that located at?
Athens, Tennessee.
Okay. Very nice.
So between Chattanooga and Knoxville.
Okay. It's got that nice old school vibe to it. Looking like
Yes,
very nice.
it also has some old school, very tall grass. Um, but look at this one.
Oh, wow.
That's that's quite the thing. Here
That's
it says on February 28th, 1880. Athens native Methodist missionary Dr. Carroll S. Long, accompanied by his wife Florida. Oh, they went to San Francisco. Hey, over near you.
oh,
Look at that.
nice. Okay.
Uh, Aboard the SS Gaelic, bound for Japan, and then they were in Yokohama for a while. And he founded an educational institution in Nagasaki. Very cool. Oh,
Yeah.
and he was the one who set up Wesleyan University, which is the university I was just telling you about that's got the haunted legends, but is really still kind of a small university.
Yeah.
Very nice campus. Very pretty campus, don't get me wrong.
Okay.
Well,
Nice.
how cool. Okay, well, here you go.
Beautiful.
So, you went to New Orleans.
Yes.
You have a great time.
Yeah,
You
we
and Mrs. Cryptdoor went, right?
yeah, we had a great time. She wouldn't accompany me on any of the tours, the cemetery tour, but especially that night one I did. But yeah, we had a good time. It was
Well,
fun.
good.
Bourbon Street, it's not all it's cracked up to be, you know. But
No. I've heard lots and lots of apparently we have a kitty here. Lots of they use the bathroom in the street maybe? That's a
yeah,
nice way to put
well,
it, right?
you walk around, you might, yeah, something's in the air, you can smell it. So
Yep.
yeah, people trying to like Kathy Cousins, what's up? People are trying to scam you out of money. Like, come here, I'm gonna, no, no,
Yeah, here they will ask you where your shoes came from and
that's the one.
and they will try to get you to pay them money if they guess, hey, your shoes are in New Orleans. I've heard that.
Well, they'll say on your feet. That's
Oh, they'll
that.
say on your feet.
Yeah, they give you money now. If you don't pay, they come after you.
Ugh, that's crazy. Look
Or
at
or
this thing.
or there's another one where they throw dirt on your shoes and then wipe it off and say, "Give me $20 now."
I don't think so. But that's cute. That's real nice. Good
Yeah.
try. This
Oh,
is interesting.
what is that in the front of the door? Is it a bowl of?
It's a bowl of cat food.
Oh, that's what I
There's a
thought.
tray of cat food over there, and there's a bowl over here. Apparently, we have some kitties that are living here.
I guess they feed them. That's good. Or somebody does.
Somebody does. So this is Macaulay 1892, and they have the obelisk on top and then the columns.
I love that
I'm
one.
probably going way too fast there. Doesn't look like there are any windows to this one.
Yeah, sometimes you run into them like that.
I don't need the cat distribution system to grant me anything. I already have two fur balls at home. No vent holes either. That's interesting, isn't it?
Yeah, it's all marinating in there, huh?
Yep, appears to be. Kind of. That's not a good. There we go. Now you can see. Well, there you go. From the back side. So it's just built into the hillside.
Kathy just asked where this was. This is in Tennessee, right? You said? I'm sorry.
Yes,
Yes,
Athens, Tennessee.
Athens, Tennessee.
Yep. And I can't see anybody there's, if anybody asks me a question, I see you and I don't see any of the comments. So they'll have to forgive me. Go over to Cryptdoor's page.
You're not seeing any of the comments?
No, I don't see any of the comments.
Wow. Okay.
Um,
You should be,
oh, but
but
you do see my finger there. All messages are visible. Here we go.
uh,
Okay, there we go.
okay. Because when I've done these before a couple times, I can always see the what they're saying.
There we go. So you're at home sick with a cold,
Yep.
and I have the allergies from Hades. So, hey,
Yep.
nothing better when you have allergies than to come out in the outdoors, right?
Yeah.
But it's Halloween. You have to come outside.
I know my boss probably thinks I'm faking it because it's Halloween. I'm like, nope, I'm not feeling good today.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
It's okay. It happens. I,
Travel,
I usually get a
traveling.
cold when it changes from summer to fall or whatever. I usually at least get one cold in between.
Yeah. I, she says, get well soon. Thank you.
Thank you, Kathy.
Um, I stopped and got some antihistamine because I was like, yep, that'll clear it up.
This is
Look
the sickies live stream.
at, yep. Hey, at least my allergies, it rained, so I'm hoping they're so much better that this will go on. This is a huge, look at how big this, okay,
That tree.
perspective.
Is that a
Look
tree?
at this. I'm going to, I think it's stable. Yep. Okay, so guys, my feet and the tree. Does that give you some idea? Look how
Wow.
big this tree is. That's insane.
It's interesting. Like a lot of times, I'll find graves around trees that are kind of like where the stones are kind of coming up because the tree's grown so big.
Yeah, absolutely. Sorry. Squirrel moment for y'all. Uh, this says Tenny B. Tenny B. Good luck to me, right? I'm not sure what the last name is. It's kind of a neat stone, though, right?
Yeah, I like that. They're all the old ones are very unique. A lot of them. I took a tour of a monument factory not too long ago, and it was an old family owned business. And yeah, 100 years ago, it was freehand. All that was freehand.
Which is seriously impressive. I wish I was that talented.
Yeah. Now they have sandblasting machines and stencils, and but it was back in the day. Those guys were really making these things by hand.
Yeah. Look at this one with all the beadwork around its rope. Can you see the tassel?
Yeah, we got a few of those out here in San Francisco. Yeah, those are nice.
This is William Alexander, MD,
Oh, very a doctor.
1854 to 1876, and that one's a little off its base,
Oh yeah.
and it's cracked a little bit, which makes sense because they've got those rods in there.
Oh yeah. They're gonna.
But
I wonder how
have
it
you
gets off the
ever,
base.
huh?
I wonder how do they get off the base like that?
Somebody comes up here and shoves them.
Yeah.
See, and somebody's actually hit it with something. I don't know if a lawnmower or what has hit it, but something has truly. Those are gouges.
Could have been like, yeah, mowing equipment or something.
Yeah. Hopefully, it's just an accident. So you went to New Orleans. I went to Vermont.
Okay.
And in Stowe, Vermont, I came across the um, coolest gravestone I think I've ever seen. And I need to post a video from it. It is a cast iron grave marker.
Oh, really?
Have you ever seen a cast iron grave marker?
No, I don't think so. No.
And I was headed back down this way when the wackadoodle showed up, who is now left. But
Well,
there's one out here too.
oh, wow.
I've never seen one before, and now I've seen two in a short period of time. Okay, now is when we get to figure out where. Okay, so that's Owen, and this is Owen. So I'm going to assume they're buried here. We're going to cut along the edge, and there's a rock wall here. So I'm going to say, yeah, that's right. Make
Okay.
sure I don't step on anybody. Here's one. Look, I just found a second one. It's cast iron.
Wow.
I don't know that you can.
Yeah.
Can you hear that?
Oh, yeah.
And here's the in memory of Doctor. There's a lot of doctors here.
Yeah.
Dr. Art A. Johnson. Um, oh, this is the wife of somebody born March 10th, 1843, and died July the 13th, 1891.
Not very,
Gone but not forgotten.
not very common. Cast iron, right?
No, not at all. Cast iron fences in old cemeteries around here? Yeah, absolutely. Cast iron grave markers? No. Have you? I'm not kidding. I had not seen one before I went to Stowe
Uh huh.
when we stopped there. And I was like, that one is really unique. I want to look at that. So we went by. And then here's a second one.
Wow. Custom job. I'm sure
Well,
they probably go to the fence guys and say, "Hey, make us a stone or a marker." You know.
yeah. But you can see, I mean, it's solid.
Oh yeah. I'm sure it's heavy. I'm sure.
I'm sure it is. I'm not going to try to move anything, but yeah, I'm sure it is. What is wild here to me is that somebody or something came through because when you see the big, tall woodsman of the world
Yeah.
stone up there that's laid out.
Yeah.
Look at this. I mean, it came off its base. I don't want to try to lift that bad boy back up there.
Well, that's gonna take
Sorry,
some
it's
doing.
terrible.
Is this
Look
still
at
an
this.
active cemetery?
Yes.
So I'm sure
Yeah.
they're gonna have to fix that. You know.
Down here, it's all brand new burials.
Okay.
But this thing is, I don't know, 10 feet tall.
I'm sure at
This
least.
part.
Yeah. At least.
So I don't know. You know what I mean? I don't storm, but you'd think it'd have to be a tornado, right, to
That
move
would
something like that.
that would have to be one heck of a storm. Yeah, that could be a deliberate. It could have been just age. You know, you never know.
Yeah. I don't know if you could push. I've never tried to push a stone over, and I'm not gonna. But I
No.
don't know if you could, like that size. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I know they do the smaller ones because I
Well,
see that all the time. Sadly.
yeah. Well, we were in New Orleans. We took the tour of that St. Louis Cemetery Number One, and I saw Nicolas Cage's tomb that he had put there.
Oh, I bet that was cool.
Yeah, it's a pyramid. I don't know if you've seen it, but it's a pyramid.
Yeah, I've seen pictures of it. I've never been in New Orleans. Well, I take that back. I went in high school.
Yeah.
Well, I bet that was cool. Who else did you see? I'm sure you saw Marie Laveau's grave.
Yeah, the Voodoo Queen. And the reason why it's a tour only there is because somebody had like some years ago broke in and painted her tomb pink, and so they had basically closed off the cemetery, and it's like by tour only.
Yeah.
And then they don't allow video either, so I just had to they let me take pictures, and that was about it.
Did you get anywhere near Michael Jackson's grave?
In LA, Los Angeles, I went into the mausoleum, but there's so many like celebrities in that mausoleum at Forest Lawn. They only let you really go through maybe a quarter of it, if that. Everything else is chained off or gated off, security cameras, security guards, no filming, all the whole thing.
Yeah. And I'm sure that's because people would vandalize again.
Yeah. And even if you could get into the side of the building Michael Jackson's in, at the end of the corridor where he's at, they have a big curtain pulled across the end of it. So, yeah.
Okay. Sure.
And that's the only cemetery where I did a little video there. I haven't uploaded it yet though. Where I felt uncomfortable filming because just the way they are towards filming.
Yeah. I've always wondered, like, when they get upset about you filming or about you taking pictures, like, do you want them forgotten? I mean, that's the way it comes across to me.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I don't
Well,
know about to you, but
there was another mausoleum in that same cemetery where George Burns is, but that little part where he's in, it's all chained off. You can't go in there. It's just.
oh, I love George Burns. And
Yeah,
now, the younger ones won't remember him, but um,
yeah.
oh,
Or I found Larry from the Three Stooges too.
oh really?
Yeah, he's not locked off. He's in one of the corridors. But yeah, him and his wife. Yeah.
Well, that's cool.
The only cemetery that was all the other cemeteries were cool with the filming there, except for Forest Lawn. They're just real weird about it in certain places.
Yeah. I guess there must be something built into the contract when they buy the plots,
Yeah.
right?
And a lot of celebrities are in private areas. Like if it's an outside burial, a lot of the outside burial areas have these walls and fences around them, and a lot of the like Humphrey Bogart, you can't get nowhere near where he's at. He's like in a little courtyard. He was cremated, but it's locked off. You can't even get in. I just felt like it was kind of a bummer. I was like, but it is what it is. If you got the money and don't want to be bothered, go there. you know.
Yeah, apparently, right?
Yeah.
Oh me. I tell you what, I also went to, and I will post this tonight because I'm sure I will not be out late. I wanted to go ahead and do this while because we had a cold front come through, and we have freeze warnings tonight.
Oh wow. Yeah.
But just outside of Burlington, well, it's between Stowe and Burlington. There's the Ben and Jerry's factory,
Uh huh.
and you know what they have there?
The
They have the
cemetery.
Ben and Jerry's. Yeah, they have the Ben and Jerry's flavor graveyard.
Yeah, I saw that.
So I filmed there and thought, yep, that's perfect for Halloween night.
Oh, definitely. That's cool. I saw that on Instagram. Somebody had tagged me or something in it, and I in a video it was talking about it. So yeah.
Yeah, and some of them they get resurrected from the dead and then laid back to rest, and then resurrected from the dead and laid back to rest.
Well, there was a flavor they had not that many years ago, 4 or 5 years ago. They discontinued. It was called Late Night Snack. It was like
Uh huh.
chocolate covered potato chip clusters and like fudge, and it was really good. And they discontinued that one.
We took the tour of the factory, and they have certain flavors that I didn't know this until then. They have certain flavors that are only in the scoop shops, and
Oh,
it
really?
was butterscotch with chocolate in it, and oh, it was wonderful.
Oh, wow.
It was really wonderful.
Sounds good.
So yeah, but you have to go to Scoop Shop to get it. Apparently, they said it was a new flavor.
Okay.
So I'm so sorry you don't feel well, but I do appreciate you coming on here with me.
I'm just laying around watching TV anyway, so I thought, what the heck? Actually, sitting up makes me feel better.
That's good.
Yeah.
Hey, that's good. The ground of this, I'm gonna have so many leaves in my feet.
Yeah.
Um, we need a leaf blower here.
A lot of people like the crunchy. When I do videos, people are like, "Oh, I like the crunchy."
Lots of crunchy here.
Oh yeah,
Lots and
definitely.
lots of crunchy.
It's a beautiful old cemetery. I mean, yeah,
It really is. I
it's
might have to come back. It's like 2 hours from where I live now,
yeah.
so it's not bad.
It's amazing those old cemeteries where it's like it's new and old burials combined. Some of the old sides they get no love. It's just like nobody ever like right now. It looks like you're all alone over there.
Yeah. Other than the kid who got out, and I'm not kidding. So he got out of his car and he got out and he went in the new little section, all beboppy. He's all in black.
Uh,
And I'm just standing there with my hand on my hip because, I mean, that's the way I stand. And I'm watching him. And then he goes over and he looks. He does this. He looks up at the tree, and I'm like, yeah, there are birds up there. And then he goes over and he's looking down at a stone, and I'm like, dude, I've got to move away from you. You are out here just seeing what you can see. You know what I mean?
yeah.
Sorry, I'm awful, but see what you can see, and I'm like, no, you make me nervous.
No.
This one they built up. Look at this. Either they excavated out or they built it up.
Oh yeah.
Um, I'm betting they excavated out. But this is Colt, no, Colonel T.M. Burkett.
Nice.
And I'm sorry, I'm not in a good angle here. My shadow's on everything. Here you go. That better.
Okay.
Look at this
Nice.
thing.
Oh yeah. That's some art there.
When your wife decides she wants to come to Nashville, you need to let me know.
Will do.
Look at this. Jeez.
Oh,
Woo!
don't hurt yourself.
Look at the. So I'm 5 foot. I would say here at the bottom corner, it's coming up to shoulder height on me. This wall is.
Okay.
That's insane. I say that. That's just different. What can I say? But you can see the new over here, right?
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah.
Like these are all the new stones.
Well, it looks like that side's not even got any, but well, it is later in the day for you. Probably that's probably why there's nobody there as well.
Yeah, it's like 5:30.
Yeah,
Sundown here will be in about an hour.
yeah.
So
When I do my walks, I'll sometimes do them around 5 o'clock, 4 o'clock, and yeah, there's never usually anybody around. When I'm
yeah,
doing like a live stream or whatever.
yeah. So I quit. I was doing the unsolved murders,
Yeah.
and I quit doing it because and not a bad thing, but I had a video that blew up about a trucker, and it's the coolest. If you haven't seen it, go look. But he's in his big rig,
Uh huh.
and they quit paying attention to the unsolved murders. So I stopped posting for a little while.
Uh huh.
You know what I mean? With the thought that I'll come back to them because I
Yeah.
want them paid attention to. You know?
Yeah. It could be a
Mm,
various reasons why people aren't paying
yeah.
attention, but a lot of
Well, at
times
least
it's
they're
like weird. It's
interested.
like if I do a video that's kind of off the beaten path,
Yeah.
sometimes people won't watch it. They're there for the cemetery walk, so they're there for the.
Yeah. Well, it was definitely one that I just stumbled across while I was actually looking for a murder victim. So,
Yeah.
um, but this is pretty. It's metal again.
Oh,
Metal
that's
between
nice.
two pieces of marble. I guess marble, granite, whatever.
Yeah. Oh, that's nice. Was it roses?
Uh huh. Sorry, Sherland.
Beautiful.
I've never seen anything like that one either.
Yeah.
So I have a question for you. In California, like we have the cemetery on the family farm in
Uh-huh.
Kentucky, right? And
Yeah.
because it was already a cemetery, um, we have family that wants to be buried there, right?
Yeah.
And because it was, you can use these private cemeteries and you don't have to have anything reauthorized. So there's no perpetual fund or anything with it. You can use it because it's grandfathered in. Is it like that in California?
You know what? I'm not sure. I've never come across in California any like cemeteries like that. Like that's on like what someone's like family property. You mean?
Right.
Yeah, I've never come across that scenario, so I'm not quite sure in California how that works.
Okay. That's the norm around here, really, truly. I mean, you
Yeah,
have big cemeteries like this, but when I was looking for the biggest one in this area, I went through probably 20 or 30 that have like 5 or less graves in them, and
yeah,
they're just on private property.
okay.
Look at this one.
I would assume if it's private property, you can do what you want. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Well, you would think so, but I don't know. I didn't know if
Then
it
it,
varied from state to state or.
then again, California is California, and sometimes things are a little different here. So as you probably can tell, yeah, you know,
Yeah. Well, and every state has its own laws, so.
yeah. I will Google that one, and I'll get back to you on that.
Okay. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to put you on the spot.
No, no, I've just never. I mean, I've seen on YouTube, like out of California, people doing videos where there's graveyards on people's property, but I don't think I've ever run into that in California. So yeah,
Okay. I was just curious.
I'm sure there's probably still some like permits required, something. I'm sure.
Yeah. Well, you still have to go through and use the funeral director for the um for the death certificate and whatnot.
Yeah.
Um but I did inquire because it's actually in Kentucky, not in Tennessee. The family farm is in Kentucky.
Uh
And I was like, and what can y'all do? I'm sorry, I'm trying to get rid of the thousands of, forgive me, the thousands of tagalongs.
huh.
So, anyways, oh, look at this.
Oh,
Look at this.
oh, that is different.
Yeah, it is. That's
Is that
wild.
is that a child's grave, or is that a covering to a child's grave, or
That's all metal.
yeah,
Sorry. Yes, I think. Hey, let's see here. Um, 1879, 1878. Yeah, it's a baby's grave.
yeah? It looks so small. That's why I
Look
was
at that.
asking.
It's all cast. That is all cast iron.
It almost reminds me of one of those old, they used to do those cast iron coffins, those Fisk or whatever they were.
Yeah.
That's
Sorry.
different, beautiful. It's different. I wonder if that was original, if that was an add-on later. It looks new
I don't
or
know.
somewhat new.
Well, somebody's still attending to it because you have plants here,
Yeah.
live plants that are going to be dead here soon because of the night. Okay, they got to quit texting me. I don't know if you can hear it, but they got to quit texting me.
No, I can't
Um,
hear a thing when they're texting
okay,
you.
good. Phoebe Casada, wife of John D. Long, 1844 to 1908, back behind it. So you'd almost think that the flowers would go there, but I mean, if somebody's still visiting from 1908, that's quite the
Yeah.
because the other one there is 1911, 1845 to 1911.
Could be some family member down the food chain there that still goes.
Yeah, down the food chain. That's funny.
Or the family tree, I'm sorry.
Look at that thing.
Yeah. You know what? In California here, I could tell at times there's in some of those old cemeteries with old graves, sometimes those have volunteers go through and put flowers and stuff too.
Yeah.
Because I ran into somebody before and I'm like, oh, I was talking to them, they're like, oh, we're just volunteers. We come through every so often and put some on graves that obviously don't get visits anymore.
I feel sorry for the plant because it's going to die, but I'm not going to take their plant from them either.
Nope. You'll be haunted.
I don't believe in ghosts. But yes, boogada boogada.
Happy
It's bad
Halloween.
form.
Happy Halloween.
Look at this one. This one's toppled. This
Oh.
one's elaborate. Thomas Evans, 1804 to 1877.
Okay.
Neat. Thought I stepped on a grave, but it's a root. I'm just really kind of like, wow, look at that one. I was so enamored with the white bronze, I just completely went past this one.
Yeah, that one is very unique.
Yeah, it is. So,
Got some cool stuff in this one.
it does. I see myself making a jaunt over here on a weekend,
Doing some, yeah.
doing
Anybody,
some filming.
anybody notable in that one, or
I think just the Wesley University guy.
okay?
Look at this thing.
Yeah,
And this one's been dug on some. Somebody's been doing something here. Look, and they're still.
those look like the tops of a bunch of stones put together or something.
Yeah, it really does. Almost reminds me of ribs. You know what I
Yeah,
mean? Like the
yeah,
rib cage.
yeah.
You can't read anything on that stone. Ah, and of course, it's in the tallest grass of all. Of course, it is. Let's see. There's nothing at this end either.
That looks like almost like a primitive kind of, grave or, you know,
Yeah,
never seen that before.
never seen anything like that either. Apparently, this is a cemetery I need to research, right?
Oh yeah, definitely. A lot of interesting stuff.
There's nothing back in behind the flowers either. But people have been here. Look, they're filling in holes.
Yeah, I wonder if that sometimes those are like gopher holes too that they fill in. It's dangerous because you'll break your ankle. If you're walking in one of those.
And we do not want to wish that on me.
I'm always having to watch where I step in some cemeteries because it's like there's holes.
Yeah. Now I'm going to be like, ah, see if we can wander through here. See, and I have somebody here from 56 and they're from 2007. So that's wild to me.
Oh yeah,
You know what I mean? You go from this and the 19 to 2007. And then right here, 1857. You see this?
yeah. I wonder if the more recent grave was like a family member. Some of these, somebody around that area, and that's where they.
Maybe. And they needed a plot. Yeah,
Yeah,
maybe. Oh, and it goes on. It goes on. Look, let me show you over here. Can you? It's a
yeah. I can see.
memorial garden back there.
Okay. Oh, nice.
So, oh, let me zoom you back out so you can see, because otherwise, we a close up. So, well, I think that's about everything.
Yeah, definitely a cemetery worth looking deeper into.
Yeah, and within driving range. It
Yeah,
took me, I think, like an hour and 45 to get here, so not bad.
yeah. During the warmer weather months, I was driving like an hour or two from home, just out to cemeteries I've never been to before.
Yeah. Well, I wouldn't have ever come to this cemetery had it not been for the continuing education.
Okay.
Um, but I'm awfully glad I did.
Yeah, definitely. No cemeteries are bad cemeteries, right?
Nope, no cemeteries are bad cemeteries, and no cemeteries are not worth visiting. You know what I mean?
Yep.
They're all worth
y-
visiting,
Yep.
and there are stories in every one of them. It was an odd
Lots
fellow.
lots of stories beneath. You like what it did with that?
There you go. Lots of stories. The challenge that I'm finding out here in East Tennessee since I've been here is that a lot of stuff is not digitized the way Middle Tennessee is.
Oh, really?
Yes. And that makes it a real challenge because you have to go back to the microfilm, the
So what?
microfiche.
No find a grave stuff out that way?
No, they really are not putting it on Find a Grave a whole lot. But a lot of my stories come from, you know what I mean, other
Yeah.
resources, other
Oh yeah.
electronic resources.
Yeah.
And I'm just struggling to find stuff because they are not sharing
Yeah.
online anywhere. And the time that I get to look is after work, and the library's closed, which has the microfiche. You know what I mean?
Yeah, for sure.
So
And that's a
anyway,
resource that I don't think a lot of people use anymore. The library, you know,
no, they
it's
don't.
not. No,
The
I
new,
was watching a video on somebody today who he was doing a video on, I guess for some reason, years and years ago they had disinterred George Washington, and the stuff that he found out, he had to go to the library and look it up.
yeah. Well, and young ones don't know how to use. I hate to say it that way, but they don't. They didn't get taught like we did on how to use some of these resources. So
Yeah, everything now is quick, quick, quick. Let's look it up. It's no, the library takes too long, I guess. So they're all about their phones, and you know,
yeah, yeah. And the archives, while some things the Tennessee archives are digitized, you know what I mean,
yeah,
are digitized. Some things you still have to go through the microfiche, but now that's 4 hours away from me, so that also makes it a little more challenging. I
yeah,
sound like I'm complaining. I'm not, but I'm just, some of the stories haven't been as quick because I don't have the resource
yeah.
around. This one's neat.
Oh, nice. I like
So
that.
it's a unique shape, isn't it?
Yeah.
George W. Hoyt. Nope. Hogue. Huge? What is this? H O. What is this letter? This is an E.
Is that a W? No.
No, I think it's a G.
Okay.
Hoge.
Hogue.
Yep. Sometimes I got to stick my fingers in it. You know how that goes? You got to trace it with your finger. What is this letter? Yeah.
Braille.
Yeah.
Yeah.
1838 to 1886.
Okay.
So,
Very interesting stone.
yes. Unique shape for sure. None of the stones that I've come across today have been signed. I've been looking. They're not signed. I like it when they're signed. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But anyways, well, I don't want to. You've been on here for a while with me, and I really appreciate it. But I don't want to make you more sick because you're sitting up.
Nah, I feel better. I'm up. you know.
Okay. God, this one's still very pretty.
Oh yeah.
1810 to 1893. W.H. Crouch. No. Cruch. Crouch. Gotcha.
Grouch.
I can't read today. Who am I and what's my name and where am I? William H. Bryant, 1884, age 54 years, 5 months, and 12 days. So, this is a word problem that you need to solve. When exactly did they die? You need to look it up.
yeah.
Back here is really more your new ones.
Are those buildings out the distance part of it, or is that another property?
That's the edge
That's
of the property.
yeah. Okay.
I was parked right here initially because this road here loops around
Uh
and
huh.
goes over to there. And I thought, well, that's the most out of the way because where I'm parked right now, which is up here, is alongside, and I could be in somebody's way. Um, but that guy came along and he shot off this way, and then he went and hit over that hill. I'm sorry, I'm going on and on about it, and then stared at this tree and then looked at those graves over there. I don't know.
Huh.
I'm going to get over it. He's gone. I'm just going to get over it.
Yeah. Weirdo, but he's gone. Right.
Yeah. Yes, I've got to get myself a pew pew. And
Or a
then it
nice
won't
stun
matter.
gun.
Huh?
Or a nice stun gun.
Yeah. Or, but keep in mind, I might have a pew pew, so don't approach me in the cemetery unexpected. We're going to leave that out there. Don't do it.
So, being you're there after 5 p.m. right now, do they not close your cemeteries or?
This one actually said, and I looked at the gate, it says through October the 31st is open until 8 p.m.
Okay.
But I will leave by dark. I won't be here after dark. And then after that, it's only open until 6 because time changes.
Well, it is
So,
Halloween. You should just do an evening live stream.
I don't
Y'all,
think so.
no.
I don't think so. No, thank you. But thank you for the offer. Look at this one. This is kind of cool. I
Don't
like
worry,
the
I'll
shape of
call the
that one.
police for you. Don't worry about it.
Yeah, thank you so much. On 5 o'clock news, this or 10 o'clock news, girl from Sevierville, fat little short girl from Sevierville, found running and falling over tombstones in a grave. I don't think that's going to make great headlines.
More at 11. More at 11 p.m.
Gertrude's a name you don't see a lot anymore.
No. Like if I meet a younger person with a name like that, I'm like, it must be after your grandmother or your, And a lot of times I'm usually right.
Yeah. Lemuel is another one that I've been noticing here lately that's not used anymore. Lemuel.
Yeah. I don't think I've even ever seen that name before.
Yeah, it's a popular one here. What can I say? Or it was once upon a time. Got a few old ones here. Oh, look at this. It says out of death comes life, and they planted a tree inside of the stump.
Oh wow.
Neat.
Oh, and I'm sorry, where you're located is night entry prohibited? Because in California it is.
Yes.
Yeah, okay. Because
Yeah.
I know people in other states. I can't remember in what state it was, but they're like, oh no, we can go anytime we want. I was like, oh really? You know?
Nope. Nope. You'll be in trouble. I don't know if
Yeah,
that's one planted inside or if that's that tree trying to come back out, or it just
yeah,
rooted itself down in there, which might be more the case.
yeah, probably.
No, night entry is absolutely prohibited, as is any kind of desecration of the graves, doing anything with any of those. They even prosecute if you take the flowers, if they can catch you on video. We have a
Yeah.
problem with that here in Tennessee. I don't know about there, but there is a problem with people will come and put like these pretty arrangements on the grave.
Uh
In
huh.
Nashville, they've had a problem recently where they've started sending security around because of the fact that people will come up and take the arrangements. So the
I've
family
heard
will
of a
come back like
few. Yeah.
the next day and they'll be gone.
Wow.
That's crazy, right?
Yeah, I've heard of a few incidents out this way. That where people are taking stuff, but I wouldn't want to. That's not something I do. That's
No,
for sure.
I'm not going to do that either.
Bad luck or whatever.
Well, yeah, it's bad luck for sure when it gets caught. I saw one person put an air tag in theirs and then went to the house and called the police and walked up to the porch and took it back.
Oh,
Thought, well, that's what you get for doing something untoward like that, you know?
yeah.
Like, okay, there's something shiny over here. So we're going to go look. Oh, it's a glove.
Or a hand. Is a glove or a hand?
If it has a hand in it, I'm going to seriously walk away. It's a pair of gloves.
And then I'll call the police for you.
You want, yeah. You call the police while I'm hoofing it back to my car.
Yeah, this is gonna sound crazy, but I'm in California and I'm calling you because
Yeah.
my
I was
friend's
on
on a
this
lot.
live stream. I swear she didn't cut their hands off.
You could
But
probably hear her screaming on the live stream. It's still on right now. You can probably hear her screaming.
as she runs away, because she's not touching it, but she'll meet you there and point out where it is.
And you guys might want to hurry because there's a guy with a chainsaw chasing her too from behind a tree.
Oh, me.
Oh, hello,
Now,
Penny.
that is something they do in Knoxville at the at Old Gray, which is one of the most historic cemeteries in town. They actually during the summer will allow the homeless to go in and be locked in the cemetery, and they spend the night there because it's safer than being out in the neighborhood around.
Wow.
But it does not make it safer when you're the one visiting the cemetery.
Yeah. I don't. In my over in San Francisco area, I've seen like some of the private mausoleums, broken into, and there's like evidence of people living in there or camping out. And one, I've seen a couple.
Yeah. And the first time I went to Old Gray, the one I'm telling you about,
Uh,
I knew that they were doing that, but I called my mom while I was there in between filming, and I said, "Do you think that there is such a thing as 1-800 find a bodyguard?" Because the people were a bit unnerving.
Yeah,
Nobody did anything, but I had one guy that followed me the whole time and kept within sight distance of me. Just made me uncomfortable.
that's weird.
Yeah, right?
Wasn't security or anything, was it?
No, no, he was a homeless man.
Oh, okay.
And since I know that sometimes the homeless have mental health issues,
Yeah,
I was just a little concerned. You know, he was probably harmless, but that's just a little creepy.
yeah,
I think that's fair, right? You would find
yeah,
that creepy. I don't think
yeah.
that's any kind of rude to say.
No, if it makes you feel uncomfortable, and yeah, say what you want, you know?
I didn't say anything to him. I'm not saying anything mean about him now. He
No,
didn't hurt me in any way,
no, you
but
know.
just I envy men with more brawn than I have. Y'all are safer than I am.
Yeah. I mean, I've only been in a cemetery. I've had security hassle me before, like not really hassling me, but wanting to know what I'm doing. You know,
Yeah.
I would assume they got a complaint about me or something because they just would come out of nowhere and, oh, what are you doing? You have a channel, and oh, if I look up this channel, it's going to exist. I'm like, oh yeah, you know,
You know, I have to be okay. Being oh so honest, I would prefer that over what they do to me, which is they'll come down here and park and then stare at me.
oh really?
Yes. Here,
Oh
they will circle around or they will go down and they will they'll go about, let's see here, they'll go to like there. They'll keep me within sight distance. They'll just turn the car off and stare at you
wow.
because that seems so very safe, right?
Well, maybe they recognize you from TikTok. They're
I don't think
starstruck.
so.
They're starstruck.
Oh, I could only hope. I don't think so. I really don't think so. But I find it very unnerving, you know?
Yeah,
Um, I don't normally tell people a whole lot of where I am until I'm gone because, I'm like, I don't know who's going to show up, and most of them are very
yeah.
nice. But
Well,
when
yeah,
security shows up and sits down there and stares at me, especially when I have been researching all of these unsolved murders and these serial killers, that's just not the best time.
yep. Super paranoid then.
Yeah, a little bit, a little bit.
Yep. The only time it doesn't really cross my mind. The only time that could ever happen to me is if I'm doing a live stream, then people know where I'm at. But I mean, I don't really worry about it, you know.
Yeah. Did you see the TikTok person that was talking about my mom escaped a serial killer? Have you seen those videos?
No, I don't think I have.
You need to go look those up.
Okay, I'll look them up for sure.
He like tracked her down and everything. I'm thinking, yep. So when you ask me for my phone number, it is 1-800. I don't think so.
911.
Hmm. Yep, very much so. It is a no. What was that? Who was it? Megan Trainor came out with that No song not that long ago, a couple years ago, probably
Yeah.
now. Yeah, you can hear that playing in the background when you ask that question.
Oh. Petty just said I turned them onto your channel. So
Thank you, thank you, thank you. Well, I am back at my car, and believe it or not, we have gone the whole way around.
oh nice.
We went over there, and I'm trying not to spin y'all too fast. We've
You
gone
took
all
a
the way down
mile.
that road, and then all the way back over to there. Here's the unique one that we were really admiring.
Oh yeah.
And then I'm not going to show my license plate because I don't think so.
Good.
No, don't think so. And here's the white bronze that we started at.
Yeah.
So, but
Very nice.
anyways, thank you for going with me.
Well, thank you for sharing your cemetery. That's an awesome cemetery.
Yeah, absolutely. And I'll have to do some research and bring some videos from here. Like I
Well,
want to know
that one
about
for
this
sure.
one.
Yeah, I do
I
too.
want to know about that one.
Yeah.
Yeah, have to find out who that little one. Flip it around here so I don't show my. I'm not kidding. License plate. People can do that. I wish I was. Yeah, I'm not that talented. Um, but yeah, I'd like to know who she. It was the son of Reverend James. No. I don't know. I'll take a picture before I go. I'm sure I
Do
can
you
find out.
can you tell if it was yellow fever, time or
1873. No, that's well before the
okay.
before the flu epidemic. I'm not sure. Like I said, I'll take a picture of it before I go, and I will for sure research it. And if I get a chance, um, I may try to videotape it really quick before I go.
Yeah.
That way I have it, and y'all can have it. You know what I mean? I can post an answer faster.
Oh, definitely. It's yeah, interesting. I like that one.
I think you can see more now that the sun has gone away from it.
Yeah, the detail.
Yeah, absolutely.
I
Lots
think
of it has a magnolia tree, a huge above it. So that's what all the red dots are.
okay, the bits off the tree. Okay.
They're the seeds,
Yeah.
and the so
Vividly colored. Oh,
yes,
they're the
but
little
very
seeds.
hard to get to sprout.
Oh, really?
Believe it or not. Yeah, you would think easy, not so much. Clear it off a little bit. People don't think I'm like throwing some kind of red something on the grave.
Yeah.
But anyways, all right. Well, if I'm going to videotape it because the sun, see, it's going down.
Yeah.
I need to get it. I hate to end the live, but I need to get it done. So,
Yeah. Well, it's Halloween. You
but
better get
anyway,
out of there before dark anyway. You never know what's gonna happen.
yep. Before all of the thriller night starts playing here and all of them come out of the graves.
Or the guy with the chainsaw back there. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. He missed his gloves. Excuse me, sir. Excuse me. I think you left your gloves back over here.
Yeah, he's leaving fingerprints all over the place. So if he does anything to you, he's gonna leave all kinds of fingerprints.
Yeah. You see these things where they put drugs on objects and you touch them and then you faint. I
Yeah.
mean, that's quite a long shot in a grave. I mean, does that work on zombies and vampires?
Maybe. I don't know.
So, anyways. All right. Well, thank you, sir.
Well, thank you for having me on your channel.
Absolutely. You feel better soon.
I'm trying.
I will talk to you later.
All right.
All right. Bye.
Bye. Bye.